All right, welcome back to Market Day Report. As we approach the noon hour Central Time, let's take a look at the markets and give you an update and see what's going on. Let's bring up a corn board and see what that's got in store for us. It's been a lot of green on the screen here today. We're up 9.5 cents in July. It hasn't moved since the last time we visited. 448 and 3/4 is last. We're 10 cents off the low of the day, and about we'll call it about 4.5 cents, 3.5 cents off the high. That's pretty good. Let's go out to the D's new crop. 466 and 3/4 is last. We're 7 3/4 cents better on the day. We're only about, 2 3/4 cents off the high. That's pretty good going as well. So corn, we like that. Let's take a, this is the beans. This is where we see the good gains. 24 cents better there. That's July. 12.01 1/4 is last. And we're about 3 1/4 cents off the high of the day and well off the lows of about I'm going to call that 25 cents. So there you go. That's what's happening in July beans. We got a Novi board up 19 1/4 cents to 11.69 3/4. That's about 2 1/4 cents off the high of the day and 19 3/4 cents off the low of the day. That's soybeans. Let's move on to the wheat and see what that's got. This is Chicago wheat. We're off 3 cents basically across the board. July is down 3 cents to 643 3/4. It's 3 cents off the low right now, and we've got a 14-cent range. Dace is down 3 cents to 692 even, and again, that's about 2.5 cents off the low as well. So we've got a little bit on our heels here when we talk about wheat in Chicago. That's the Chicago wheat. Let's go to the hard red in Kansas City. This is the opposite. We're up 4.5 cents in July to 680 3/4, and that's in the middle of that range. We've had about a 17-cent range. We're about, I'm going to call it about 9 cents from the highs. Let's take a look at the D's. That's 4 cents better. 714 and a half is last there. 7.5 cents from the low, and we can say, about 9 cents from the high. All right, so that's pretty much in the middle of that range as well. That's the hard red in Kansas City. Let's go up to spring wheat in Minneapolis. A mixed board here. We got July off 1 1/4 cents to 711 1/4. It's only 2 cents off the low of the day and 9 cents from the highs. If you go out to the D's, that's only off 3 ticks, 3/4 cent to 737. That's a penny and 3/4 off the low and 8 1/4 cents off the high. Let's take a look at cotton, and we'll get back to our guest analyst. 58 points better in the July to 75.02. 27 points from the high of the day there. D's, the new crop, that's down 31 points to 73.20. All right, let's bring him in. Tommy Grisafi, Advanced Trading in Valparaiso, Indiana. Thanks, Tommy, for being on. What jumps out at you? Not a bad day today.
No. I wanted to give a little marketing lesson and just a little lesson in math. You did quote that D's futures are 465. A $5 call costs 20 cents. That's a D's $5 call. And a D's $4 put costs 6 cents. So there's 169 days till December options expire. And a couple clients called in today and they said, why is the market rallying? I said, why would a foreign country grow corn, wheat, and beans when they could buy it from you cheaper? If the American farmer is willing to lose 50 cents a bushel growing corn and 50 cents to $1 on beans, they're going to buy it from you. So when the market, then it sounds like a little sarcastic response, but that's the truth. Scott, would you go farm and lose all that money in a foreign country, or would you say, hey, American farmer, thank you, that's awesome. I can buy it from you cheaper and I can grow it myself. That, my friend, is what creates demand, whether it be hogs or chicken or beef or corn. A lot of countries are looking to stock up on these commodities as they become affordable. We sold off for 6-7 days. Grains overall became affordable. The fact that there's 169, 170 days left and a D6 call was only worth 4.5 cents yesterday, you would have to wait 169 days to collect 4 cents. That sounds like picking up pennies on the railroad tracks to me, my friend. What say you, cow guy?
Well, no, I mean, that's the $6 call or the $5 call in D's?
The D6 call closed at 4 1/4 yesterday.
So that's $1.35 out of the money, and you got 169 days. So it's basically I mean, that's you got to see it. Well, it depends on what you want to do. You want to hold it till expiry and then try to see it go through.
I'm not saying corn's going to $6. I'm saying I do not want to wait 170 days to collect 4 pennies when many people sold those for 20 pennies just a few months ago.
Right. Well, you don't want to be short anything at 4 cents when all you can make is 4. That's not a really
There
good
you
bet.
go.
That's what
There
you're
you
saying.
go.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
that's the old
Sometimes
option.
math's hard for people. You're good. I know. Suzanne just texted me. You just kicked off your shoes. I know what's going on over there.
Yeah, right. Exactly right. I need it, but yeah. All right. Well, stay right there. We're going to go away. We're going to pay some bills. We're going to come back and talk more livestock with Mr. Tommy Grisafi, Advanced Trading, Valparaiso, Indiana. We'll be right back. All right, welcome back. Let's go over the livestock. That's what we do at this time in the show, right? And wearing this jacket, we got to take a quick peek and see What's happening there? Well, let's go right to the August live cattle, down 35 cents to 177.52. If we move all the way out to say the December, that's down 95 cents to 183.10, and that's right in the middle of those ranges. Not a lot happening over there. Here's where we had some losses earlier, though. The feeder cattle, they didn't like that higher corn. They've come back a little bit, but August is down $2.02 to 252.80. And we've had a solid $3 range over there, and we're kind of right in the middle of it. We've got an October board that's down $2.40 to 254.75. All right, how about lean hogs? And we'll get back to our guest analyst. Lean hogs are mixed. July is up 67 cents to 92.87. We've got an August board that's sharply unchanged to 62. Sorry, and then finally October, that's down 27 cents, 79.15. So a little bit of mixed board when it comes to lean hogs. Let's bring him in. Tommy Grisafi. Mr. Grisafi's in Valparaiso, Indiana. He's with Advanced Trading. What do you got?
Well, there was a reported somewhere in the world that there was a death from HPAI, and I also Googled how many people die a year from bee stings. So about 70 people die a year from bee stings, which is a serious thing. I'm not joking. But when all this HPAI stuff's been going on for 3 months, and we finally have one death in the world, this reminds me of like, oh yeah, they were 93 years old, and this is what got them, right? And it was a headline, and it moved the cattle market, it moved the feeders, and I think we're going to walk right through it. We need to make sure, from a media standpoint, we're not just writing articles to get clickbait, because it makes people and it affects the markets. Cash markets are hot in beef. Stock market's doing really well. I guess the fact Nvidia's worth $3 trillion. As long as you own that stock, you'll have enough money to be able to buy beef. On the other hand, pork seemed a little affordable today. I think you see some bottom dipping there in the June contract in the lower 90s. Back to you, my friend.
Yeah, I mean, I think 4 or 5 out of the last 9 trading days, Nvidia has tacked on $100 billion to their value. So like each day, 4 or 5 days, $100 billion each day. I mean, it's just insane. We're watching something historic right now when it comes to these chips and artificial intelligence. But I appreciate you coming on. Thank you very much.
Thanks,
Tommy Grisafi coming to us from Advanced Trading in Valparaiso, Indiana. We're going to go away. We're going to pay some more bills, and we're going to come back and talk more right after this.